Hi, guys. It's Friday, June the 28th, and we're going to go ahead and get this backyard garden tour done as promised. So I hope you enjoy, and thanks for watching. See you in a bit. All right, guys. This is where we left off. There at the Green Tower elderberry. Um, so right here and right here, these two are uh, blue arrow junipers. Um, This one has been in the ground for 2 years. This one right here, I actually dug up from the other house. I put it in, I think, 2 years before we moved. I'm really not in love with them though. Um, this one does not seem to be filling out like this one. And I know it probably has something to do with me digging it up, but I'm really not sure because this one is starting to get that look too. We did have a lot of rain this spring, and I know that they really do not enjoy that much water. So that could be part of it. But I also have a couple of blue star junipers that are browning out as well. So I don't know if I just don't have the right cultivars or what, but these junipers are just not turning into my favorite plants. So I'm gonna have to make some decisions on those. Right here, these three right here are all North Pole arborvitaes. All three of them look great. They've been in the ground for 2 years. Yeah, I have no complaints on arborvitaes. They actually do really well in this area. Um, so down at the end, right there and right there, are soft serve false cypress by Proven Winners. Love those plants. I actually had one at the old house and it actually died on me, but it wasn't the plant's fault. It was way back in the corner of the yard and I wasn't real good about watering it. So, yeah, we all know what happens when we don't water our plants. So, we're going to come over this way. See, the grass is brown because we had that huge uh, heat wave last week with no rain, but I mean it's looking a lot better than it was. So right here, these are some zinnia seedlings that I was given. I put them in the ground about 3 weeks ago. They're actually looking really good. They've probably grown 3 times the size from what they were when I put them in. So yeah, those are doing great. Right here is an Olivia Austin rose. I actually have two of those. And I actually have two Olivia rose trees too. Something just eats the crap out of them. I swore off roses when we moved here. I brought just a few of my favorites with me, but that was about it. But I mean, I find myself purchasing more this year because I miss them. I like to do bouquets for the house when they're blooming. So I actually just moved this one, and there's another one behind me in the other bed. Um, just in the spring. They were up there by the over here by the patio, but I moved them because I wanted to have them out here further um, from the patio. Now, right in front are cat's pajamas, Nepeta right here, and you can see they're actually lining the bed. There's 5 of them. I just put them in about 4 weeks ago. They seem to be doing really well. I got them as quart pots from Walmart, so I think I paid like $8 for them, something like that, 7.50. But no, they're doing really well. Now the bed, I pulled it out a little bit because I do plan on expanding this. You could see right there where there's like dip down. That's where the bricks were, but like I said, I'm expanding it. So right here, this little green thing right here is actually double bubble gum echinacea, and I actually bought a 5 gallon, or I'm sorry, a 5 plug uh package from a Etsy dealer, and she was selling all 5 of them, I think, for like $25. So yeah, not a bad deal. And they're actually doing really well. They've been in the ground for about 4 weeks now, and they're already starting to put on new growth. All five of them are. Right there in the middle of the obelisk, that is a Jeff Hamilton rose, David Austin. And that one's doing really well. Was also purchased off an Etsy dealer. And I bought two of them. The second one is putting on a lot more growth than this one. So this one is a slow grower, I think. Um, and then right over here, right behind there is a peony. I bought it bare root last spring. So it didn't bloom this year, but it is putting on some size. So that's encouraging. Now, this right here, that Corabelle, is a Dolce Wild Berry. Sorry, I had to look at the tag. I couldn't remember. Yeah, Dolce Wild Berry. I have one right there. And then I also have one down here at the end of the bed. These all right here are New Dimension Rose Salvia. I actually picked those up at a local Do It Best. I don't know if you guys have Do It Best in your neighborhoods, but yeah, I only paid $2.99 for them. They're only like 3-inch containers, so they're doing well. Right behind that, that is a waterfall Japanese maple. I actually purchased off of Mr. Maple 2 years ago. So it's actually put on quite a bit of growth. It was just a 1 gallon pot. It looks great. Made it through the winter, no problem. So I'm optimistic about that one. Um, Now, right here, Boom Chocolata, there's three of them right there, and right there. Sorry about my hand. Um, yeah, they look great. Now, the one over here, I just purchased from Walmart in the spring, so that one's not as big. The one behind it is actually the same age as this one, um, but I actually dug that up in the spring too because I wanted to move it because it was too close to another plant, and I wanted to have the trio of them all together. So yeah, I mean it's coming along nicely. It's perking up and it's blooming now, so I think we're in business. Now, this rose right here is the Peace Rose. Now, Peace obviously does not get that big here um, because obviously I'm Northeast Indiana, so it gets cold here. But I just love Peace. I think it is absolutely stunning. I had it at the old house. I mean, look at that bloom. It's so pretty. You can see the Japanese beetles do a number on my roses. But I don't think they found these two yet. I'm sure they'll be back around. Um, right behind it is the other Jeff Hamilton that I was talking about that I purchased off of Etsy. So, yeah, you can see that this one is quite a bit bigger than the other one. So, the other one, I guess, is slow going. Now, right down here is actually an HF Young clematis. I actually purchased it bare root from Walmart, you know, in those little bags for like $5. I purchased two of them. That one went there, and then the other one is under the other obelisk with the other Jeff Hamilton rose. Um, and no sign of any growth on that yet, but both of them already had a little bit of new growth on them. So I'm optimistic that that other HF Young is just slow getting started. I don't know, maybe something's going on with that hole over there because, like I said, that rose is also slow going. I don't know, we'll have to see. Right there, totem pole grass by Proven Winners. Love that grass. Um, so even if I do have to get rid of that juniper over there, I'll still have some blue color on this side. Right there, that Japanese maple, that is a Tanuki Ama. And I dug that up from the other house as well. And it's actually looking really good this year, putting on some good growth. So I'm excited about that. Right here is my favorite rose. Also dug that up from the house. That is actually plumb perfect. And you can see the Japanese beetles are on it now. They just do such a number to the blossoms. It's like they burrow themselves in there and just totally destroy them. But when the Japanese beetles aren't destroying it, it's beautiful. It's always clean. I don't have any problem with black spot or anything on it. So yeah, I love that. Right here, that's another David Austin rose. I believe it's pronounced Seraphima. The scent on that is so intoxicating. Now at the old house, I had Gertrude Jekyll, and that one has really good scent too. This scent is just as good, and both of them black spot. But I mean, what are you gonna do? I like the rose. I come out here and smell it all the time when it's in bloom. So I guess I'm willing to put up with a little bit of black spot. Um, you can see it on the leaves over there, some of the black spot that's going on. But I mean, it happens. Right there is a peony that I actually dug up from the other house. My son got me two of them one year for Mother's Day. They have burgundy flowers on them. Beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. Behind it on the trellis, that is a Zephyr and Druin. I had Zephyr at the old house too, but I did not bring it because like I said, I had swore off roses. The Japanese beetles, they just destroy them, but I missed them. So I love to have them in the garden. Um, so I understand that trellis, I know it's going to be too small for that rose. But what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to train it up over the window and then train it up over the patio door. So I think that will work out nicely. Now, over here on the patio, that's a tropical hibiscus that my daughter fell in love with at the store, so I picked it up for her. Right here, we just have strawberries in a pot. Right here is blueberries, and both of them are doing well. We've been harvesting off of them, so yeah, they're great. I don't remember the variety. Both of the blueberries are bushel and berry varieties, though. Um, so yeah, no complaints about those. Now, the evergreens that are in the pots, the big ones, I ordered some uh, what I thought was supposed to be North Pole off of Amazon, and that's what they sent. They're obviously not North Pole. I put them in the ground, but then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take these out, and I just put them in pots. I need to trim them up. I didn't trim them up after I moved them, and I actually should have. But they don't look too bad. They are both a little wonky in the pots, but it's something I can fix. And right here is our herb pot. It's a couple clearance plants that I got. The clematis is Snow Queen, and then the sedum is back in black or back to black. I don't remember exactly. Now, over here, blue star juniper. See, they brown out. So I don't know if I'm going to keep those. I may be replacing them with something else. Maybe a tater tot, maybe I think it's called a Mr. Pancake arborvitae. Because like I said, arborvitaes just do so well here. Now back over in this bed, right there is a zinnia seed. I planted zinnias in this bed last year, and some of them just reseeded. Right there, right there. So they just started popping up. There's another one over there, which I'm not upset about. Now, right here is an Amazing Daisies banana cream. I actually ordered those off of Etsy. I ordered a pack of 3. They were just plugs, but all 3 of them seem to be doing really well. So no complaints on that. Now we're going to come back over to this bed, and you can see right there is the other Olivia that I was referring to before, and there's the other soft serve. Now, the yellow arborvitae behind it, that's actually ribbons. Beautiful. I dug that up from the old house as well, and it really does look like there's ribbons going through it. I love, love, love that evergreen. I think it's so pretty, and it brings such a good pop of color over here. In front of that planet is the Spice Girl Viburnum, and it's doing really well. That was planted from a quart container the year before last. So it's actually put on a lot of growth, which I'm happy about. Now, right back there, behind the Japanese maple, that is a quick fire fab. I actually purchased that from Home Depot last fall. I got it 50% off. I got 2 of them. So it is doing really well. The other one is in the other bed. We'll look at that here shortly. Now, right in the front is lamb's ear. And then there are 2 cat's meow nepeta. That cat's meow, I actually want to do a hedge of that. They only had 1, so I purchased it, and then I split it in half to get myself 2. So the plan is with this. I don't know if you noticed the potting soil that's up front. It's like lining the bed. That's actually from my potatoes. I just harvested those and I grow them in pots. So what I did with the dirt was just put it in front of the bed because I'm going to be expanding this bed. And like I said, I'm going to move the lamb's ear up to the very front. And then behind it, I want to have the cat's meow. So I think that'll look good. Now, the gold is a gold threadleaf cypress. Been in the ground for 3 years and it's doing really well. It's filling in great. Behind that is an oak leaf hydrangea. Now you can see half of it looks like it's dead, another half looks great. So I think I'm actually going to pull that out. If you've watched my other videos, my haul video, I had a red twig dogwood that I got from Lowe's for half off. And I think I'm actually going to pop that in there. I think it'll look good. And we can see this from the kitchen window. So those red twigs in the wintertime, I think will look good. That Japanese maple, that is an Emperor 1, and that's been in for 3 years. Looks great. I can't wait for it to grow up and take a prominent spot. I love Japanese maples. I have a thing about them. You come over here. You see more zinnia seeds behind the lamb's ear. That's more lamb's ear that's going to be coming up to the front. And then the big evergreen, that is a weeping Alaskan cedar, and I love it. It was the first thing that was planted in this yard when we moved. Actually purchased it from Lowe's at the old house and left it outside over winter because they were building this house and I knew I wanted it. Like I said, I got it for half off. It's regular $120. So I only paid $60 for it, and it was already pretty good size. So I had to get it. Next to that, more zinnia seeds. Another little piece of lamb's ear right there. And then right behind that is a Luna hibiscus, Luna rose. My daughter loves this hibiscus. It's her favorite. We had it at the old house. I had 2 of them. I tried 3 times to dig either one of them up, and I could not get them up. So this year at a local nursery, I found it, and he was only charging like $12 for it, so I picked it up. It was the last one they had. That grass right there is a morning light. That actually used to be over on the corner of the bed where the Quickfire Fab is now, but I wanted to put the Fab there, so I moved the grass over here because I really do like that texture and that movement in the garden. Right down there, next to those zinnia seedlings, see one of them's blooming now. That is actually a raspberry bush. It's one of the bushel and berry ones. I think it's called, I don't know, shortcake or something like that. That's actually going to be moved into a pot. I just threw it in the ground last year to overwinter it. We don't have acidic enough soil here for them, so I'm actually going to put it in a pot up there with the blueberries so that I can control the acidity. And then back over here, another clump of lamb's ear. Right here, that hydrangea tree, that is actually a pink diamond. The kids got it for me for Mother's Day about 3 years before we moved out here. So I wasn't going to leave it. So I dug it up and I brought it, and it's doing great. Right down there, that is a purple ghost. Just a baby. I just put it in about a month ago. I purchased it off of a grower off Etsy. I actually purchased 3 from her, and all 3 of them are doing great. One's peacock, and I forget the name of the other one. We'll look at it though. And then we have a Globe arborvitae blue spruce. I just moved that over here It was in another part of the yard, but I'm really going to have to look at that because in our area, spruces are known to, it's a disease, I think it's called needle cast or something like that. And it basically sheds their needles. The older ones that are planted around here, you can definitely tell. I mean, they do not look good because, like I said, it they like drop their needles. It's just not very sightly. So if that one starts showing any problems with that, I'm gonna have to pull it out. But I do like that blue spruce color. I think it's gorgeous. Behind it is another North Pole arborvitae. That's actually one of the ones that I ordered off Amazon. So I think this one really is hopefully a North Pole, not like the other two that are up on the patio in the pot. So now we're going to come over this way. Right there, that tree, that is a crabapple tree. And I actually purchased that off of Fast Growing Trees. I do not remember the variety. It is proven winners though. But let me tell you about this tree. The buds on it are pink, like a pretty, pretty baby pink. And then the blooms open up to white. It's a lollipop tree, so it doesn't get very big. And it is stunning when it is in bloom. I took pictures of it this spring and sent them to my daughter while she was away at school because she's the one that actually picked it out. I sent her two and told her to pick between the two, and she picked this one. So I'm pretty happy with that. It looks good. Over in this bed, that Japanese maple right there, that is a Fire Glow Japanese maple. And I actually ordered that off of MrMaple.com as well. Same time I ordered the waterfall. So I've had it for 2 years and it's doing good. They've both made it through 2 winters. When I first got the Fire Glow, though, that deer came along and ate it. But I mean, it bounced back, so it's doing great. Right here is hardy hibiscus. I do believe it is the evening rose variety. It is a proven winner's plant. Fair warning though, the Japanese beetles love it. They are always on it. Look, there's some on it now. You see them? There's a whole bunch more over on that leaf right there. Yeah, I mean, they're all over this thing all the time, and it drives me insane. But I mean, I've tried everything to kill those stupid things, and they just won't die. I think they have 1,000 lives or something. Right down here, more zinnia seedlings. And then right there, that is another one of those banana cream daylilies, one of the plugs that I purchased off the Etsy grower. And then right there, that's another double bubblegum echinacea. Like I said, there's 5 of them, and all of them are doing great. Now, this right here is a butterfly bush. Let me tell you about this butterfly bush. I went to move it last year, and the root ball broke into 3 pieces. So I planted the 3 separately, and 2 of them came back. There's one, and there's the other one right there. So yeah, I was happy about that. But they seem to be doing fine. Now, right there is a Belinda's Dream rose. I love Belinda's Dream. Like I said, I wasn't going to have any roses over at this house, or just the few that I did bring. But then I missed them. And I love Belinda's Dream. Look, I mean, it needs to be deadheaded. I just haven't done it. And the Japanese beetles are destroying it. But that one over there has a couple good blooms on it. Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. I love it. And it is blooming like all of the time. No disease on it ever. Right there is another gold thread cypress. Doing great. I actually had that in a pot. And I just put it back here last fall. Over here, another tomato plant. Right here, that's another hardy hibiscus. I do not know the variety of that one though. I picked it up at Lowe's, um, but that's before we even moved here. So it's actually got huge white flowers with a red eye. So I mean, it's a really pretty hibiscus. Then right here we have the Stand By Me clematis. Right here, tiny pearl. Tiny pearl Asiatic lily. I'm really not big on lilies. My daughter loves them though, so I decided that I should probably put a few in the bed because she really does enjoy them. Now, right here, that is David Austin Tamora. That's one of the ones that I dug up from the house. I love it. I think it's beautiful. The purple behind it is Scabiosa. I love Scabiosa. I dug that up from the house, but I only brought one. Then I found an Etsy grower that was selling plugs, so I bought two more just so I could have a little trio there. That rose next to the Scabiosa, that is a Poet's Wife rose with yellow blooms, and it does have really good fragrance on it. So I'm happy with that. It does black spot though, but I mean, it is what it is at this point. Right there, that's a Strawberry Sundae hydrangea. Another gold thread cypress. Right down here, another blue star juniper. Look at that. I mean, they just brown out so bad. So I don't know if it was the rain or what. And then the two in the picture, that is a 9 bark on standard. I do believe it's Diablo. I dug that out from the other house too. First couple of years, it didn't look all that hot, but this year it's starting to do pretty good. So I'm happy about that. Then we have the morning light grass, uh, golden smoke bush over there. That broken statue got knocked over in a windstorm, so I actually popped a couple bubblegum petunias in there, and I'm hoping that they cascade down. So, I mean, so far so good. They've only been in there for a couple of weeks, so we'll see. Hopefully it works out. That's another hardy hibiscus. This one is called, I do believe it's peppermint schnapps. It gets huge pink flowers on it, like bubblegum pink, and then they have a little bit of white veining going through them. I mean, it's beautiful. My daughter picked that out um, when she was younger, and I had it at the old house. So, of course, I dug it up and brought it. Um, the white that's popping up over there, that is actually a quick fire. That's the regular quick fire, the big one. That one's been in for 3 years, and I mean, it looks great. Now, right here and right here, we have two Olivia Austin rose trees. Something's always eating on them. It's just so annoying at this point. And then right there, we have a peewee hydrangea, oak leaf hydrangea. You see, I mean, it looks beautiful. It looks nothing like the one over there that's half dying. So I'm quite happy with the peewee. And then around the edge back there, those are all bleeding hearts that need to be cut back, but they bloom beautifully this spring. They're just the old-fashioned version with the pink flowers on them, but no, they're beautiful. I love them. Right out front here, that big burgundy tree, that is a Shadaba Dare. I actually put that in when we first moved in here. It was in a 10-gallon pot, so it's put on quite a bit of growth. I'm happy with that. I love it. It's beautiful. Right in the front, we have some corabels. Now, this one and the one on the end are peachberry ice. The three in the middle are Georgia peach. I love Georgia peach. I had it at the old house. I think it's stunning. So I found some actually at the local Do It Best, and I purchased some. That blue foliage behind the Georgia peach, that is a Jack Frost Brunnera. I do not have any luck with Jack Frost. I bought 3 of them, and that is the only one left. And even at the old house, I had bought a couple of them, and they always seem to die. So I don't know. I think I'm doing something wrong. I know this one up here is getting too much sun, um, but it's alive. So I don't know if I want to mess with it because, like I said, the other 2, they were planning flanking that one, and both of those died. Now that pot right there is another cat's meow Nepeta. We were able to find one in another store, so we picked it up. They actually only had one left. The daisies are called Crazy Daisies. They're not proven winners, but they are stunning. They do really well, and they bloom their heads off when they get going. That hydrangea is a Strawberry Sundae, and then behind it, the roses or Queen of Sweden. There are 3 of them back there. One right there, one in the middle, and then there's another one right there. So they're doing well. And then right here and right here are spilled wine Wigilias. They don't look anything like the one on the side of the house, so I don't know what's going on with that one, but I did purchase a third one from Lowe's. I got it on clearance, so I'll be popping it in here to finish my hedge. I do have to pull this bed out probably about a foot, and especially this one is planted too close to that peony behind it, so that's something that I will have to take care of. But for right now, I'm just going to focus on the front yard. Now this is that other Japanese maple that I got off that Etsy dealer, Kamagata. So that one's coming along pretty good. Right there is the other peony that I brought along that my son got me for Mother's Day a few years ago, before we moved here. And that's a green pepper plant. There's another green pepper plant. And right there is another uh, blue star juniper. That one's not browning out as bad as the other two. So I don't know. We'll see. They're all taken care of the same. So I really don't know what's going on with that. But let me take you back over here, because I don't think I showed you the peacock. I think I forgot. This is the peacock Japanese maple that I purchased from that Etsy dealer. So that one seems to be coming along good. No complaints. The real test is going to be winter though. And now we're going to come along this way. And I'll just show you this quick fire fab that's blooming over here. The other one isn't blooming like this one is. See it over there. Right there. It's blooming good. It's already starting to turn pink. So yeah, I'm happy about that. And we'll look over here. There's the quick fire. We have Liberty Hosta. I got 3 of those from an Etsy dealer. She's selling them for like 12 bucks. These heucheras right here, $2 at the local Master Gardener show this year. They've been in for a couple weeks. Then I have a pistachio corbel that's burning up. I thought I'd get enough shade back here, but it is not. That Hakanakloa grass right there, that's an aria. The one with the green veining, that one seems to be coming along well. These heucheras, that one and that one, that's the same variety that's up front. The one that I got from Lowe's, that I couldn't remember the variety from the front yard tour, the Bijou, I think it's called, something like that. That is one of the Incrediballs, the only living Incrediball that I moved back here when I changed and put in the firelights, because the Incrediballs up front kept dying. So that one's only been in since the fall, so it should be perking up here. The hostas in the front right here are all June hostas. I love June hosta. I had it at the old house. I didn't bring it for some odd reason. And those heucheras are, I think they're called berry smoothie is what they're called. Got them off the Etsy dealer, 3-pack of them for like 15 bucks. And then over there in the corner, a Conocloa grass, also from an Etsy grower for like 10 bucks. And the big hosta in the back is Empress Wu. So she's looking great. So that is the backyard garden, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will be posting another video because I'm going to get going on the front bed. Remember I said I didn't like the shape and I wanted to change the plantings. So that's something that I'm going to be starting here shortly. And I will make sure that I post some videos so you guys can follow along with that. But yeah, that is the garden in the back. I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a blessed day. And I look forward to seeing you later. Please like and subscribe, and I will definitely be posting more garden videos. And like I said, you guys have a blessed day. It was a good time hanging out with you, and I will talk to you later. Okay, bye.